in Gaza. He was injured in 30th of June this year. He presented to us in late August.
He had the bullet wound for 2 months. Wow.
The Red Cross and the Red Crescent have been supporting people.
In Gaza, he was injured in 30th of June this year. He presented to us in late August.
He had the bullet wound for 2 months. Wow.
The Red Cross and the Red Crescent have been supporting people.
In Gaza, he was injured in 30th of June this year. He presented to us in late August.
He had the bullet wound for 2 months. Wow.
The Red Cross and the Red Crescent have been supporting people.
In Gaza, he was injured in 30th of June this year.
Oh my god. Ah.
To Slop Live. Today's Slopic, there's yet another YouTube change for absolutely no reason. Just the other week, they removed the option to filter YouTube videos by newest, and now they're removing custom subtitle features for who knows what reason. People noticed that YouTube had started deleting custom SRv3 subtitles from videos, and the format could no longer be uploaded to new videos. Multiple Reddit and Twitter posts about this going viral. Admittedly, I didn't even realize this was a thing on YouTube, but it's used to create custom subtitles with many different sizes, fonts, colors, positioning, etc, etc, and it was very prominent in a lot of anime music videos, with some videos using this format getting hundreds of millions of views, sometimes used to just simply add to the video by having a different color and position for the text compared to the default YouTube subtitles. Others got extremely creative with the format. Subtitles on the video playing right now, all solely done with this format, and if you didn't watch the video with the caption on, you wouldn't even see them. Even popular YouTubers such as Dream have recently been using this to highlight when different people are talking in the video by using different colors. Quite a lot of people in the comments asking YouTube to please fix this, some actually doing it as a job, and others saying some of their proudest work just got removed. One creator made an entire music video based around the format just for YouTube to disable the format 1 month later. A few people online got confused and thought this meant YouTube was removing all custom subtitles, but as of right now, it's just for the custom SRv3 subtitles, though maybe this is just the first step. It really does make you question why they'd remove a useful and creative feature for basically no reason. Maybe it's because they hope people will rely on their automated subtitles instead, but we really are witnessing the enslopification.
Welcome to Extra Throttle House. I'm Thomas.
And I'm James.
And this is an interesting idea for a video that I had a couple days ago. I asked him, no, it's 100% me, it had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
I asked James, if I put a gun to his head, what car would he own if the Miata didn't exist?
Yes, and I said the same thing to Thomas. So this is like the film Yesterday, where the Beatles never existed.
Yes.
If you woke up and it never existed, and you don't have the ability to recreate it, what car would you get in its absence? And we set some rules.
Yes.
It has to be within $10,000 US
of our current
car. So what's your current sports car is what?
It's my Alpha Spider. That's what I've kind of decided is my, because I realized in terms of what I use a sports car for, I take that car out, I drive it for fun, I enjoy how light it is, it has a manual transmission, that it's like revvy. I mean, oh, speaking of which, sidebar, I just put a new camshaft in my Spider, took me forever, so it totally transformed the car.
Completely different.
It's completely different, it's brilliant. One camshaft did a valve adjustment.
How much did you pay for that car?
I paid a 20,000-ish.
Okay, so you have between 10 and 30 grand to play with?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
For me, it's my MX-5.
Yep.
That was, I think they're like late 30s, but call it 40,000. So I was between 30 and 50,000.
So you guys know how James did not, he didn't know. I asked him, what if it didn't exist? He's like, well, it does exist, and I like the Miata. I was like, but what if you had to get something else? He said, but I would just get an MX-5.
I wasn't allowed a Fiat 124 either.
No, I understand. But assume the car never existed, and you wanted to fill that hole, what would you get? He just couldn't process it because the only thing he wants is an MX-5. So it's a really fun game.
Well, that shows how much I stand by the MX-5,
Yes.
which I've had now for 8 years?
Yeah. Crazy.
Okay, we both picked 3 alternatives.
Yes.
And under pain of gun death,
Yes.
even though we might use a different title because we decided the guns are heading like too strong for YouTube, we have to choose one at the end of the 3 that we chose.
Geez. Oh, dear, okay.
So we'll go with Thomas's first one.
All right. I would choose a late 90s Z3M Roadster.
How much are they?
They range very widely depending on state condition and, you know, the mileage and all that, right? But you can get them for 20, 30 grand, whatever it is. This has an S52 inline 6, which is a strong engine, good engine, really good styling. Come on.
Yeah, and Estoril blue.
Right?
My dad was obsessed with Estoril blue.
Was he?
With his 3 Series. Everything has
That's where you got
Estoril
your obsession with colors from your father.
blue. I don't see colour.
Look at the wheels on these things, seriously. Aren't they, like, okay, I have considered buying one of these many, many times. It's got exactly the right formula for me. Roadster, rear-wheel drive, limited slip diff, manual transmission, strong engine up front that makes a good noise, right?
Does your spine have a limited slip diff?
Yes, it does, but it had a limited slip diff in 1972 when it came out.
Right.
And it's not limiting slip very much anymore. Yes, it is still kind of spinable.
I have a question for you. When you look at this. Do you see an M car? I know it's snazzy roadster, but I don't.
No, you know what? I look at it and I see a Bond car, baby. Think I drove one of these. Yeah.
And he never spoke like that.
No, I never did.
Baby, you.
That was awesome.
That would be a very different Bond.
Yeah, so I think that this is a car that I would genuinely consider putting in my garage in the place of what I have, because this is planted right in the middle of the era where the steering in BMWs was good, where they cared about making the cars subtle but strong in the styling department, and they were just fun to drive. Bang, bang, boom.
Solid choice.
Right?
Solid choice.
Thank you.
Okay, for me, I think, for me, the MX-5 doesn't do the raw sports car thing. The thing I love about the MX-5 is how easy it is. Every time we've been driving something harsh, even though it can be more rewarding, the MX-5 is easy, it has CarPlay, it's comfortable.
Wait, sorry, just back up a second. The things that you like about your sports car.
Yeah,
is that it's easy, comfortable, and it's CarPlay?
I'm saying the things, it does all the sports car stuff, and it happens to have all that stuff. So this isn't like all right, I'm going to do a Caterham then, because that's the is not harshest. And I think one of the closest things to the MX-5 in philosophy, minus the Apple CarPlay, is the thing that still hasn't been redone by Honda, the S2000. And I have a problem with S2000 prices because I think they're still a bit too high. So even ratty ones are like mid-20s US.
Yeah.
At that point, I'm getting ND, but it doesn't exist.
Is that the game works? Yeah.
I get S2000. I don't know whether I go first or second generation because the AP1 has the 9,000 RPM.
Yes.
But the second generation apparently improved a lot of stuff. We drove the CR, the club racer one.
The AP2.
The one I got a tattoo of.
Yeah.
Sorry, the one I had an MX-5 tattoo of.
Good, understand.
That I had to remove because I like the S2000 so much.
Well.
What am I supposed to do with this now?
Yes, this is a really good car, but it falls down in two categories for me.
Steering feel.
Steering.
And driving position.
Driving position.
Yeah, we're too high.
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't think you're too high. The steering wheel is just really close to your ankles.
It doesn't move at all. I don't think it moves at all.
Yeah, I don't think
It didn't move enough.
By the way, when you're driving an S2000, if you've ever sat in one, the normal steering wheel feels like it's here. The S2000 steering wheel feels like it's here.
Yeah.
It's a weird choice. I don't really know why. Anyway.
But great shifter, great engine.
The shifter's one of the best.
Yeah, classic looks.
That could be a better shifter than an MX-5.
Not possible. Not possible. It's different. It's different. It's a different vibe.
Different vibe. It's a more interesting engine than the MX-5.
That's not true.
I feel like this is the car for you.
Because I really have a thing about steering position.
I see. Okay. It's just
No, I think the MX-5 is more car. It doesn't exist. You can't do that. You can't do that. It doesn't exist in this world.
Yeah.
MX-5. What is this MX-5 you speak of?
right, of course.
All right.
No, listen, that's a good choice. I think that fits right in your garage. I can 100% see you in that.
All right. Thomas's second choice
Is a 986 Porsche Boxer. You can actually get these for real cheap because. Actually, I don't know why. Why are they so cheap? Why are they so cheap?
because Richard Hammond called it a girl's car, and then from there on it was
Well,
just
then
like.
he's stupid. He ruined it for everybody because it is a proper sports car. This actually has so much going for it when you think about it.
Yeah,
Ignore the runny egg headlights, okay? Because they are hideous. I'll give you that. Compared to my Spider, which doesn't exist in this universe, it just looks like a turd. But it is mid-engined, okay? Manual transmission. It's got a flat six. They sound so nice, and it's got really good steering. It's light, right? It's just a fun little roadster.
Yeah, it's a good choice, the Boxster. It's a good choice, and it's still an unsung hero, and a really great access point if you're looking for a Porsche.
I found that the thing that matters to me most about sports cars, I think, as I drive more cars and more time passes, is that the formula of the car is detectable in the way that it drives. That will drive like a mid-engine car. Do you know what I mean? Like, it will feel mid-engine when you drive it.
It is mid-engine.
No, I know, but sometimes modern cars are either they have so much grip, or there's so many electronics,
I see.
or the car's so sophisticated. Like for example, the new 992 GT3. Unless you are at 11 tenths on a track, does not feel like a rear-engined car. But an old 911 does feel like a rear-engine car kind of all the time, right? So for me, and I like cars that feel like their formula, it's detectable, and that's what that would feel like.
Right. You like a pizza that tastes like pizza.
Surprise. Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty good. That's fun.
My second choice takes a leaf out of your book, but with the added budget, I would go for a Z4M Roadster.
Ooh.
Because the Z4M is overpriced as a coupe. The Roadster, for some reason, is quite a bit cheaper, and you still have an S54 straight six.
No, this is a good car.
And they went hydraulic steering on it, which normally a blanket statement would feel better and more engaging, but I actually prefer the steering on the electronic rack of the non-M of that generation that we tried.
You know what? You're right. That is so weird. It's 100%. That could maybe come down to alignment and stuff,
Maybe.
but like.
I mean, either way, the Z4M is a lot more car steel.
Yes.
Even if we couldn't get into the center console glove compartment.
Oh, huge move.
Yeah.
Huge move.
Because I realised, the other two choices were front-engined, fun cars.
You've almost actually bought at least multiple times.
I've looked at at least. I did get stuck on an auction with a supercharged release once that got way out of hand.
You did.
And I ended up bidding against Lotus Vancouver.
Yeah. I forgot about
On a no reserve.
Yeah.
And it went so high, and I went way beyond my comfort zone. And somehow, once we were done fighting, two other people came in.
And to get further, we'll consider replacing the Spider with one of those.
I haven't changed the X5 for shit.
On the left side. The estimated SOF is 1,986. The road is closed.
5,000? What the fuck?
He's Martin.
What the fuck is that doing in my lobby, bro? Holy shit. Look at
Waiting on the final cast grid.
bruh.
Everyone's gridded. Get ready. Going green. 8 cars in. Green, green, green. That's not it. Stop.
Oh, he'll take me out. Nah, he sent it so early.
On your right. Clear. On your left. Keep to the right.
Sorry.
Your left.
That wasn't really my fault, you know. Okay, that is. Yeah. First race in, man. Fuck this shit. I cannot drive for shit. My line sucks. What the fuck are these tanks, bro? Holy shit. I've been tail peeking, bro. How the fuck did I learn that shit? I miss my cookies, bro. They didn't know how to drive. Is that C-class guy keeping up with that A-class guy, bro? What a miserable fucking race.
Going well. Big minute.
My tires are gone. Holy shit. Holy shit. Yup. Okay. Hamilton style. My tires are gone. This sets a faster lap. Okay. Well, holy shit. Okay, he can't catch up to me unless I spin. P1, P2 are in such an intense battle. Oh, okay, this is P3, P4. They let me by. I don't think they will. Yep.
On your right. Clear. Right side. Clear on the rock.
American muscle, baby. Oh, he fucked up. Spun out or something. Ooh, let's go. P5. Come on. Come on. Oh my god. Yes. Oh my god. I think I got it. Nah. I almost had you, bro. Ah. Seriously, we must have finished at like 0.00 of a second or some shit, bro. Man. How close even was it? Oh. Man, this guy must have been shitting bricks. Ah, he saw me on his video, brother. Look at that, bro. Oh. Look at that. Fuck, man. Oh my god. Fucking thumbnail material this. Ah. Wait, how do I save the... I mean, I streamed it, so it's fine. Okay. Closest BFF. Man, that is crazy. Mm. 4. Really? Fuck you. Point plus 0.1 is nice. Let me register for this shit. Hopefully it goes better. Oh shit. Do I have another viewer? Hello? Is it just me? I think it might just be.
The Star Wars experience can be summed up by a famous 6-word phrase. Where did it go so wrong? In this video, that's precisely what I intend to find out. If you had told someone at the end of the 20th century that Star Wars would be totally irrelevant in pop culture within 25 years, they would have found
Hello.
Hello.
Yo, are you going to be playing LMU in like half an hour as well? I think it will be done downloading.
Actually, the thing is, this is not my account. This is my brother's account.
Oh, okay.
My main account, I am playing, LMU, but my main account, I don't know why I am banned and I cannot join IRC. I think I don't know who banned me. I cannot join through the link. I cannot join the IRC.
Ah,
Google, there is a link.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's why I'm playing in this account. I didn't register anything. I just streaming. That's all.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'll be launching it up for the first time, so I thought you could help me like set it up.
Sorry, actually, I play in a keyboard.
Oh, damn. Damn. All right, man.
I don't have a wheel. I play in a keyboard.
Damn, bro, that's crazy. You're in India only?
Yeah, I'm from India.
Oh, okay. Where in India are you right now?
From Kolkata, West Bengal.
Oh, okay. Cool. Fine, man. I'll leave you to it, I guess. Enjoy, I guess, man. Man, playing with a keyboard is so tough. I played with like a keyboard for like years. Then I got a controller, and finally I got a steering wheel. But yeah, man.
At first it was difficult, but not anymore. I am used to it. Means I am
Yeah.
used playing it.
So you have like mouse steering setup, yeah?
No, just a normal keyboard. I don't use mouse also.
Damn.
Just a normal keyboard.
Damn, bro.
If you want, you can see my.
Yeah. I'm seeing. Yeah. Alright, man. That is really hard. Try to get a controller. You can use both the joysticks, like one for acceleration and one for steering.
I used joystick, but I am very bad in that.
No.
My car spins. I cannot play it properly.
Yeah, you have to be very patient. Okay, man. You enjoy. How old are you?
I'm 25 plus.
Oh, okay. Yeah. This is Fuji, right?
Huh?
This is Fuji Speedway, right?
Yeah, Fuji.
Yeah. Damn.
I'm playing online with random players.
Ah, okay. Alright, man, enjoy. Damn. Bye.
This is the problem with random players.
Yeah, oh, trust me, at least it's not iRacing damage, man. iRacing damage sucks. Like, you think it's so cool that it's realistic, but it's really not. It's like exaggerated realism.
I already have a front damage and a back damage. I couldn't give a one lap also. Getting encouraging.
Alright, man, see ya. Bye.
Okay, bye.
It's still two watching. Hello?
Found the idea inconceivable. Such a scenario would require a level of negligence and mismanagement worthy of a federal investigation. But sure enough, to the absolute amusement of lifelong fans such as myself, that's exactly what happened. Except, what happened to Star Wars wasn't the result of some insidious conspiracy to sabotage the franchise from the inside. That would have at least provided some sort of reasonable explanation. What's even harder to admit is that this disaster was precipitated by people who truly thought they were doing a good job. Just how things ended up this way is anyone's guess. For years, fans have been searching for answers. The downward spiral of Star Wars may be the most exhaustively discussed topic across all of YouTube. If you've spent any amount of time here, there's a decent chance you've encountered at least one of these videos. This seemingly unending ocean of grievances is all trying to accomplish the same thing, a task I've decided to call the Star Wars autopsy, in which the disillusioned attempt to diagnose the precise point at which the system failed. For some fans, there's no justice in simply accepting defeat. They must comb through every painstaking detail of these doomed films in order to salvage at least some sense of closure. It's clear that many out there find this line of work to be quite necessary. Critical reviews of the franchise have never been more popular. It's not a stretch to say that a few folks have probably been able to pay off their mortgage by making them, but for every video you see complaining about Star Wars today, each can trace their lineage back to one common ancestor. A long time ago, an old master posted what I consider to be the most influential film review in the history of the internet. Even if you haven't seen it, you've probably seen something that was inspired by it. In fact, pretty much every long-winded video essay on modern YouTube owes their existence to this ancient relic. And yet, in the countless years since, no other review has managed to surpass its powers of persuasion. If there was ever a video that can truly explain to us what went wrong with Star Wars, this is the one. And sure enough, in the midst of his magnum opus, the creator offers us the answer.
This is the moment when the Star Wars saga is now damaged totally beyond repair.
When I was younger, I didn't quite understand what he meant by this. Why would he choose this scene in particular? I used to think it had to be some elegant, sophisticated revelation that went over everyone's head. But eventually, as time went on, it all started to make sense. The solution is quite simple, really. I mean, just look who it is. War. War never changes. This community has been at war for so long that it's hard to remember what we're fighting for. After a while, it all just feels so pointless. I mean, come on. Don't they know that my opinion is the correct one? What, you think you're better than me? How about I show up at your front door with a goddamn tank? Maybe to understand the nature of war, we need to study it at the source, nature, science, and explicit. But in theaters.
I may have gone too far in a few places.
Believe it or not, there are actually plenty of folks out there who hardly know anything about Star Wars. We like to refer to these people as lucky. To them, all this drama and bickering must be so confusing. How can people care so much about magical space wizards hitting each other with glow sticks? Well, the answer can be found in the story of Star Wars. Not the plot of the films, but the rise and fall of the franchise itself. The whole experience can essentially be described as a tragedy in 3 acts, each representing a distinct era of the Star Wars filmography. Our story begins with the original trilogy, which produced arguably the greatest success story in the history of Hollywood. These movies didn't just capture the hearts and minds of the masses. They were a remarkable achievement in the art of filmmaking. Their unique combination of music, storytelling, and visual effects were unmatched by any other blockbuster to that point. After setting box office records, they left behind a cultural milestone, influencing a generation of artists and filmmakers to rethink what was possible. On the opposite end of the spectrum, we have the most recent batch of movies. Somehow Palpatine returned. The sequel trilogy represents pretty much the complete antithesis of the originals. They can be described as nothing more than a pile of corporate slop, completely devoid of the slightest morsel of imagination. This hideous abomination is an insult to the very idea of cinema, and has forever condemned the Star Wars brand to a dark oblivion from which it can never escape. The trauma inflicted by this sadistic filth often makes me wonder if we'd have been better off if Star Wars never existed. I see no subjectivity in this assessment, and consider anyone who legitimately enjoys this crime against humanity to be guilty of a tremendous personal shortcoming. Those who can
I haven't watched Star Wars. Like, I've watched one movie. That's about it. But man, do I love this guy's videos. They're so good. Like, oh my god. His essays on literally anything. His ability to make a topic interesting. Very cool.
continue to defend such a travesty need to be locked away in a padded cell and studied for scientific purposes. Fortunately for today's video, we're not going to be talking about this trilogy. As far as we're concerned, this is simply how the story ends. What was once good is now evil. Somewhere along the way, this franchise was tragically tempted to the dark side. You can't say you didn't see it coming, because this is a story that Star Wars fans already know all too well. In between the originals and the sequels, you'll find the prequels, the part of the franchise where things get strange. While Disney ended up sinking Star Wars for good, many will say that the brand was already treading water long before the evil empire ever got their hands on it. The sequels may have sent the franchise into a nosedive, but the situation they inherited wasn't exactly ideal.
What a piece of junk!
Essentially, Disney dropped the ball and watched it shatter into a million pieces, but they weren't the first to fumble it. As it turns out, the trouble for Star Wars began a bit further upstream. Even before the prequels existed, they were already on shaky ground. When the rumors of a new trilogy began swirling, many expected the story to pick up where it left off and feature the same iconic characters that fans already knew. However, it was eventually revealed that the upcoming films would serve as some kind of grand origin story for the existing saga. Immediately, this put the franchise in an awkward spot, where the chronology of the story now differed from the order of release. Even as a kid, I remember being annoyed by this, and continually having to waste time correcting people how Star Wars Episode 1 isn't the same as the first Star Wars. Needless to say, this confusing semantic dilemma was many people's first impressions of the prequel trilogy. Eventually, though, the sheer hype of a new Star Wars would drown out any feelings of apprehension. In the winter of 1998, fans got their first glimpse of the saga's gallant return to the big screen, The Phantom Menace. Across the history of cinema, there had never been a more highly anticipated release. People were lining up for tickets a month before they went on sale. You even had fans paying full admission to random movies just so they could rewatch the trailer. The immense fanfare for this movie was a spectacle that will never again be replicated, and there's a good reason for that, because it wasn't long before all the hype came crashing down. Immediately, people could sense that something was off about the Phantom Menace, but no one truly believed it until they saw him. This is Jar Jar Binks. He's some kind of freakish mix between a rabbit, a duck, and a salamander. He's about 6'5" and looks like he's gonna trip over himself at any moment. He speaks in broken English with a pretty thick accent, which makes it difficult to understand anything he's saying. This wouldn't be too big of a problem if he didn't enjoy talking so much.
The ability to speak does not make you intelligent.
You see, Jar Jar's presentation in this film is not exactly subtle. From the moment he's introduced, his presence is an almost non-stop assault to the senses. He steals your attention in the way an alarm clock does. The thing's just too disruptive to ignore no matter how much you try. For some reason, the character has to almost constantly be doing or saying something goofy and nonsensical. His bizarre eccentricities are so obtrusive that they become overbearing. Surely this must be some one-off gag. I mean, really, there's no possible way that this walking distraction is going to stick around for the entire movie, right? When I finally rewatched The Phantom Menace, I wasn't prepared for just how pervasive Jar Jar is within the overall product. Everyone more or less remembers the lowlights, but they failed to take into account the sheer totality of just how much the character is shoehorned into the plot. Before the film came out, audiences were primarily intrigued to see promising new characters like Darth Maul and Mace Windu, in addition to returning fan favorites like Yoda and Palpatine. What nobody realized is that a talking cartoon would end up with more screen time than all of them combined. In fact, Jar Jar spends more time on screen than all but 4 characters in the entire film. He is practically omnipresent, traumatizing viewers as a ticking time bomb of annoyance. The worst part is, there's practically no justification for why Jar Jar needed to be included at all. His impact on the plot is virtually non-existent, and he seems to hang around the main cast purely out of circumstance. The movie tries to handwave this with some throwaway line about a life debt.
He owes me what you call a life debt.
But that doesn't explain why Jar Jar has to be physically alongside the heroes at all times. He offers them no real tactical advantage. In fact, he's more of a liability than anything. It's unclear whether anyone else even likes him, so why is he here? You're telling me that one of the most obnoxious characters in the history of cinema was unleashed into the Star Wars canon for seemingly no reason. The decision to do this is simply astounding. It would be the equivalent of putting a minion in Lord of the Rings. I mean, you've got to be kidding me. Who is responsible for this? The prequel trilogy speaks of a prophecy centered around a powerful figure who tragically betrays everyone who loves him. This prophecy could just as easily describe the very man who imagined it. This is George Lucas, otherwise known as the father of Star Wars. He's the type of filmmaker you don't really see anymore, an auteur, someone who exercises influence over every aspect of production. Directors like him were integral to the new Hollywood movement of the 60s and 70s, during which individual artists were granted unprecedented control over studio budgets. The result of his era was a creative explosion of new ideas which pushed the boundaries of what was possible in cinema. It was a period of edgy and subversive counterculture, stories with dark themes, complex protagonists, and unresolved endings. These were the conditions that produced George Lucas, who was yet another ambitious young rebel at war with the evil empire. Sooner or later, he would embark on his most ambitious project yet. The production that followed was nothing short of disastrous. A near constant string of mishaps delayed the project by months. Lucas was evidently hard to work with, leading to frequent bickering with the cast and crew. Much of the talent quickly lost faith in the movie, expecting the whole thing to be one big...
The estimated SOF is 1,362. We expect to be fighting for the podium.
I like how they say that. Starting P8 just tells me the guys in front are slow as fuck. But will I survive turn 1 and then turn 2? That is the question. Seconds to light out. Ain't no way. How unlucky is that? I knew it was coming, and I still couldn't avoid it. At least I didn't lose position. Just let go of the position, dude. What a retard. Yeah, GG.
You're dropping the breed, bring it on in. Pitboxing 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
Oh, fuck it, I'll just play LMU. Oh, fuck racing, bro. I swear to God, the lower lobbies are much worse than the higher lobbies. At least lower lobbies, you know what you're getting into. This just sucks.
Big failure. The last hope for the film was to be miraculously bailed out by the editing and special effects departments. But lo and behold, when the dust settled, George Lucas found himself
How much is this? Okay. Oh. Okay. $84 per year. Okay. MFP page change. Yeah, I'll change the brake bias. Speed limiter, headlights, wipers, ignition, starter. Oh yeah, wait, ABS. Oh, okay, nice. Secondary. No. You know, wait. Okay, cool. Okay. gotta go with red, because red is the fastest. See. What had I binded that to? Oh. Yeah. Oh fuck, what did I bind it? Ignition. What is... set mine to 480, right? The fuck? was weird. That is it from me today, bro. I cannot rest.